Welcome back my friends. Today I'll be teaching you how to be really rich. You still learn good foundation from school that enables you to understand complex structures and concepts. But not everything you learn from school is applicable in real life. So how do you really get rich? Do you starve yourself of your needs and wants and save 80% of your salary and invest the rest? Or do you channel your effort and attention to be a millionaire in your retirement account? So the quick answer is no for both of this. It all starts up here. The framework on how we view money is the most important. In life, people are dealt with different set of cards, people have different circumstances, different obligation, and different background. Money is a byproduct of value. It is how much value you bring to the table. The bigger the problem you solve for the society, the more you are compensated. So there are high demand skill set that requires complexity and knowledge. And because so few are able to do it, you can learn highly paid skill set to build your first pot of gold. So this will also increase the value you bring to the world, which is why I always say building wealth is a knowledge gap. So before we go on, do help me out by liking this video just for the algo, thank you. The first step is understand that time is more important than money. If I were to guide you on how to step by step build wealth, the first thing I will look at is your background. If you come from a low income household and your family cannot afford you a higher education for you to compete with your peers, well, the chances are likely that you have to take this step, which is what I call the stage 1, the road to 6 figures. So I don't care what you do or how you do it. You can be working as a waiter for $2,000 per month. You can still be rich if you have the correct mindset. If your income is low, see if you can first improve your active income by taking on leadership roles and etc. If you are unable to improve your active income, start a side hustle. So example of it will be buying and selling a product, flipping them for a profit. So a pro tip from me is to aim for a luxury market. Flip products like watches and handbags. So why, you may ask? Because the luxury market have luxury profit margin, meaning to say the profit margin is very high. Flipping product is the easiest way to supplement your income. You can also start any niche that you understand. You can also start coaching and freelance. So whatever skill set that you have and you wish to pursue, it might end up becoming a very big business as well. Anyway, the point is at stage 1, trade all the time you have for money and rush to your first 100 to 200,000. Once you reach your first 200,000, free up your time. Investments can supplement your income for the time being. So for example, for me, I've reached my 6 figures and I'm using options to generate money income so that I can work on my stage 2. And now we enter stage 2. So how do you provide value? If money is the byproduct of value, working under somebody else can severely limit your own potential. This is true no matter how much money you earn. I have no issue if somebody doesn't want to be an entrepreneur and prefers the safer route. But this video is about the framework of how one should think about money. So once you build up a seed capital, you free up your time and keep learning. Find out problems that you want to solve. Use your time to learn new skills to solve all these problems. All these different skill sets can stack on top of each other and providing you with different streams of income. Your main priority here is to allocate your time wisely, pick the right battles. You don't want your time to be wasted on things that use very little result. So I repeat again, use seed capital to free up time, learn multiple skill sets or master one super hard niche and build system to monetize it, be it through hiring, delegating and automating. So stage 3, when you're able to build up good businesses that generates consistent good revenue and sweet profit margin, take chances of risk to use debt to expand and enlarge the value you are providing. Bank lends you money at 3% for business loan. If your profit margin is 20%, you can take on debt to magnify your operations and pocket the difference. I think this is where majority of the people have trouble understanding at this stage. So say for example, you are working for somebody else. You are being taxed based on how much you earn. The more you earn, the more you are taxed. So in Singapore, the average tax for an individual is about 10 to 20%. You pay lesser interest when you borrow money versus when you are a high income earner. So in my opinion, the framework should be how to utilize money and create value with borrowed money rather than how to earn money with your time and get taxed heavily. I'll play a YouTube short video to let you guys understand why people should make use of debt.
Do you know that if you try to print money on your computer right now, you can go to prison for 20 years, but if a bank does it, it's not only legal but encouraged by the government? This is because of what's called fractional reserve banking. That allows banks to make billions printing money out of thin air. Step number 1, you deposit your, let's say, $10,000 paycheck into the bank for safekeeping. Step number 2, the bank only has to keep a fraction of your money, let's say 10% in their vaults. So they're incentivized to lend out that $9,000 of your paycheck to, say, Frank, to earn interest on that money. Step number 3, Frank isn't crazy. He also deposits that $9,000 loan into the bank for safekeeping. Now you still have your $10,000 you can withdraw right now, but Frank also has his $9,000 he can withdraw. All of a sudden, the amount of money went from $10,000 to $19,000 all out of thin air. The bank doesn't want to keep Frank's $9,000 locked away. That money could be earning interest for them. So the bank lends out 90% of Frank's $9,000 loan again. This is how banks turn your $10,000 into $27,100 when there's really only $10,000 available, while collecting interest on it. But wait, what if everyone wants their money back from the bank at the same time? There's not enough money to go around. This kind of sounds like a Ponzi scheme, doesn't it? Well, kinda. That's up for you to decide. Let us know in the comments.
So this is what the fractional banking reserve is. Banks just want to lend out as much as they can because their principal depositor is fixed. They are willing to give out low interest, so why not abuse it by learning how to create value and using debt to magnify? And this is why I don't advise people to save money, but learn how to utilize your capital. So the last stage, stage 4. When you become ultra rich and taxation is a problem, find ways to reduce your tax payments by charging depreciation expense and entertainment expense, etc. Protect your assets through LLC instead of sole proprietor. Learn how to pass down inheritance through a foundation trust. There are a lot of ways of doing so. I'll be figuring this out in the future. So in this stage, you are focusing on networking, getting the right people to do the right job. The accountants, the legal works, the bankers that can give you lower interest rates loans. So in conclusion, instead of study, work, save, retire and die, I recommend doing this instead. Study, create value, utilize debt and optimize with legal loopholes. Different stages requires different focus on each element. For example, the first stage is the rush to six figure. You have to hustle, save and optimize on your earnings. So the last stage is mostly about networking and learning. So with that, I hope I can open up your mind a little. I personally agree that money is not everything in life, but because money covers all aspects of our lives, we should learn how to control it and instead of letting money control us. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Do remember to subscribe and ring the bell button. I'll see you next week.